For the 82nd Airborne, this is the moment of truth. Below the clouds lies the drop zone, and they are ready. His entire world has shrunk to one single focus, the green light and the violent exit he is about to perform. Go, go, go! This is a mass tactical jump. The goal is to get hundreds of soldiers on the ground as fast as possible.
The C-17 isn't just a transport, it's a strategic insertion platform. It can drop 102 combat-equipped paratroopers in under a minute.
This is the T-11. Unlike the old T-10, it's not round, it's cruciform. This design allows for a much slower...
But a slower descent has a major drawback, especially today. It makes them larger, slower targets, and they are jumping directly over a hostile zone.
Now that his canopy is clear, the focus shifts to spatial awareness. He scans for fellow jumpers, pulling the risers to avoid a mid-air collision.
This wasn't just one plane. The operation involved a full aerial task force. The goal? Seize a critical...
Dropping the rucksack, or Alice pack, is a crucial step. It lowers the center of gravity and ensures the soldier... Now, the most dangerous part of any jump, the landing.
They're descending at 18 feet per second. That's like jumping off a two-story building.
There is no time to rest. In a hostile zone, a paratrooper tangled in... In seconds, he's free, has his weapon, and is scanning for threats. The drop was accurate. Now the hard part begins. Assembling on the ground, in chaos, and moving toward the objective.
They are trained to link up immediately, as two soldiers are exponentially more effective than one.
But the paratroopers weren't alone. The C-17 drop was just the first wave. Air support was already inbound. From chaos to cohesion, squad leaders are responsible for rounding up their chalk and turning scattered soldiers into a fighting force.
Shock 4 is green on the LZ. Moving to assembly point.
Communication is key. The commanders in the air need to know. The paratroopers won't be on foot for long. The C-17s are also dropping their vehicles and heavy equipment, a maneuver known as a heavy drop.
The massive platform deployment successful. Now the troops follow, dropping into the contested airspace below. This is how you project power. Within minutes of landing, the lightly armed paratroopers now have heavy machine guns and mobility. They are assembling their assets under duress, all while other troopers are still landing around them.
The C-17 is a strategic marvel. It can take off and land on short, primitive or damaged runways, known as austere field operations.
Once that airfield is secure, these same C-17s will land, bringing in the main force, including M1 Abrams tanks and artillery.
The paratroopers are the tip of the spear, designed to fight and win with only what they can carry, or have dropped from the sky.
It is a mind-blowing display of logistics, courage, and air power. The C-17 and the paratrooper.
This is the objective, the airfield. Taking it is the only way to allow the C-17s to land the main invasion force. The assault is a leapfrog maneuver. One element provides covering fire while the other moves. This is fire and movement.
Meanwhile, orbiting high above, the C-17 pilots aren't just flying. Their advanced avionics allow them to drop with pinpoint accuracy. We were deploying into a hostile drop zone.
Contact! Contact! Bunker! 2 o'clock!
This is what they trained for. The enemy has revealed its position. Now the paratroopers can fix and finish it.
Marksman! Bunker! 1 man!
Every paratrooper squad has its own organic assets. They don't have to wait for support. They are the support. The tactic is simple. Suppress, flank, and destroy.
The C-17's mind-blowing capabilities don't stop with airdrops. It can perform a combat offload,
This allows the aircraft to resupply the troops and get back in the air in seconds, minimizing its exposure to enemy fire.
But before any resupply can happen, that bunker has to be cleared.
Frag out!
The soldier executes the breach, a practiced and violent action designed to end the fight instantly.
The squad leader confirms the threat is neutralized and immediately directs his team.
Clear! Move! We're moving!
The first bunker is cleared, but the main objective, the control tower, is heavily defended. This is the decisive point of the battle.
The paratroopers are pinned. They're too far for a grenade, and the enemy is in a hardened position.
Rocket! Tower! Third window! Backblast area clear!
The M136 AT-4 is a one-shot disposable rocket. It's the squad's door knocker for hard targets.
The AT-4 gunner fires. The rocket streaks across the tarmac, hitting the tower window directly. The resulting explosion silences the enemy machine gun.
The 82nd Airborne moves with decisive speed! Go! On the door!
This is why the C-17 is so mind-blowing. Fully loaded, it can land on a runway as short as 3 feet.
It uses powerful thrust reversers, not just to slow down, but to back up on the ground, or perform incredibly tight turns without a tow vehicle.
But the paratroopers still have to clear the terminal. The fight has now moved to close quarters. The success of the airborne operation hinges on speed and precision.
Going in!
This is a room clearing drill. It is one of the most complex and dangerous tasks in modern warfare. Each soldier has a specific job.
Room clear!
Stairwell! Moving to the stairwell! Loading in position. Mine, please. Impact. Finish it. But that tank can't land until the paratroopers take the tower. The team breaches the final door, culminating the assault.
Fire in the hole!
All call signs, this is Chalk 4. The tower is secure. I repeat, the tower is secure.
The objective is taken. Now, the real invasion can begin.
With the tower secure, the paratroopers don't rest. They are now the security element for the most critical phase of the operation.
The all clear is given. The green smoke signals to the C-17s orbiting above that the airfield is now permissive.
With the drop zone acquired, the descent begins.
Tower, this is Rhino 1-1. We see green smoke. We are inbound. Final approach.
To avoid enemy anti-aircraft fire, the C-17 performs a tactical descent. It's essentially a controlled crash.
Inside, the Loadmasters are already prepping the cargo. They have minutes, if not seconds, before they're on the ground. Here comes the heavy metal. And here it is. The C-17 can stop in just 3,000 feet, even when carrying a 70-ton tank.
They don't wait for a gate. The ramp drops before the plane even comes to a full stop.
From sky to ground in seconds, the paratroopers have just been reinforced with a main battle tank, deep in a hostile zone. This is joint forcible entry. The Airborne seizes the port, and the Air Force delivers the armor.
The C-17's job isn't done. It's empty, but it won't be for long. Its engines never even shut down.
Ramp is secure. We are go for takeoff.
Now, the C-17 has to perform a short field takeoff from this hostile strip.
Its 4 engines produce over 160,000 pounds of thrust. This allows it to climb like a fighter jet. This steep climb is another defensive maneuver. It gets the multi-million-dollar asset out of the danger zone in seconds.
And the most mind-blowing part, this is a continuous pipeline. As one C-17 takes off, another is already landing. The paratroopers' job of seizing the airfield is done. Now, they integrate with the follow-on force to hold it. But the C-17's most mind-blowing role might be this: aeromedical evacuation. It can transform from a tank hauler to a flying hospital.
A C-17 can be loaded with wounded and be airborne in minutes, flying them directly to advanced hospitals, all within the golden hour.
It's the ultimate example of its versatility, bringing in the tools of war and taking home the wounded.
Back on the ground, the mission has changed. The airfield is no longer the objective. It's the new forward operating base. Thanks to the paratroopers' jump and the C-17's mind-blowing capabilities, an entire armored column now exists, hundreds of miles behind enemy lines.
Be advised, enemy armor spotted. Grid!
And don't think this plane is defenseless. The C-17 is equipped with an advanced countermeasure system, deploying flares to decoy heat-seeking missiles
and chaff to blind radar-guided threats. It is designed to survive in the most hostile zones imaginable.
So let's review what we just saw. An operation that began with a mind-blowing paratrooper jump.
This was only possible because of the lightly armed soldiers who jumped first into a hostile zone to seize the ground.
And it was the C-17's mind-blowing ability to land anywhere, deliver anything, and survive that turned that...
What do you think is the C-17's most impressive feature? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Tactical Command USA. But the C-17's hostile zone isn't always a battlefield. Its mind-blowing capabilities make it the world's premier humanitarian relief aircraft. After a tsunami, earthquake, or hurricane, the C-17 is almost always the first on the scene, capable of bringing in heavy rescue equipment.
Or it can use the same tactical combat offload to deliver thousands of pounds of food and medicine in seconds, then take off immediately. This is a key part of its mind-blowing design: modularity. The plane can be a paratrooper transport 1 hour,
a cargo hauler the next, and a state-of-the-art medical evacuation center by nightfall.
Its ability to land on unpaved, short, or damaged runways is what makes this possible. Commercial jets can't go where the C-17 can.
It's also fully self-sufficient. It needs no ground crew, no tow bar, no external power. It can back up under its own power.
This allows the crew to fly into a disaster zone, unload tons of supplies, load evacuees, and take off.
All without ever refueling. Its massive range allows it to project American power and American compassion anywhere on Earth.
But the C-17 has another hostile zone capability, one that's the exact opposite of the massive paratrooper jump we just saw.
This is high altitude, low opening, or HAHO, a specialty of Special Forces and a key C-17 mission. The C-17 depressurizes at over 25,000 feet. The Loadmasters and operators must be on oxygen.
The paratroopers we saw earlier jumped at 1,000 feet. At 25,000 feet, the plane is invisible and the
operators fall for several minutes before opening their chutes just above the ground. The alternative is HAHO, high altitude, high opening. In a HAHO jump, they open their chutes at high altitude and, using GPS, fly under canopy for 20, 30, even 40 miles.
This allows the C-17 to drop a team into a hostile zone without ever actually flying over it. A truly mind-blowing and deniable insertion.
So, how is one aircraft capable of all this? The answer lies in its mind-blowing design.
It starts with the wings. Those vertical winglets aren't for looks. They smooth airflow, reduce drag, and are a major
You'll also notice the wings seem to droop. This is called anhedral. It increases stability, and it's also necessary to keep the engines high,
keeping them clear of rocks, ice, and debris from the austere runways it was built to land on.
But this is the real secret. It's called a powered lift system. The engine exhaust is blasted over the flaps.
Then there's the landing gear. It looks over-engineered, but it's a marvel. It's designed to spread the plane's massive weight, so it has the same ground pressure as a truck. It can operate on soft, unpaved ground that would swallow a normal airliner. And in the cockpit, the C-17 is all brains. It's a fly-by-wire aircraft, flown with a control stick, just like an F-16 fighter jet.
This gives the pilot incredible precision, whether he's lining up for a paratrooper drop, dodging threats in a hostile zone, or performing a steep tactical landing. The pilots also have a head-up display, or HUD. It projects all critical flight data onto the glass.
So the pilot never has to look down. This is critical during low-level paratrooper drops, or while landing on blacked-out, hostile airstrips.
It's this mind-blowing blend of brute force and high-tech precision that makes the C-17 the king of the sky.
But this machine is nothing without the highly trained crews who fly, load, and maintain it. Next, we go inside the training.
That transforms a pilot into a C-17 commander. Training is relentless, and it starts in the box. These mind-blowing simulators can replicate any emergency, an engine fire, a hydraulic failure, or even taking enemy fire.
But C-17 pilots must also master one of the most difficult skills in aviation: aerial refueling.
The pilot must fly this 500,000-pound jet just feet behind another plane, holding it steady.
While thousands of gallons of fuel are pumped per minute, this is what gives the C-17 unlimited range and makes a paratrooper drop possible anywhere.
But the pilot only flies the plane. The mission is run by the Loadmaster. They are the masters of the box. Their training is mind-blowing. They are mathematicians, engineers, and safety officers all in one. Their most important job, weight and balance.
If a Loadmaster gets the math wrong by even a few inches, the plane becomes unflyable. It will stall on takeoff, killing everyone.
They are also trained jump masters. They are responsible for every paratrooper that exits the aircraft.
G-O! 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 Count, count!
Their training includes emergency procedures, like what to do if a paratrooper's static line becomes snagged, leaving him towed behind the plane.
So let's put it all together. The crew, the plane, and the paratroopers. The call comes in. A hostile airfield must be seized. The pilots plan the fuel, the route, and the hostile zone approach. The Loadmasters calculate the balance for a perfect paratrooper drop.
Hours later, the paratroopers board. They are the tip of the spear. The C-17 is the weapon that launches it.
After a long, tactical flight, they arrive at the hostile zone. The pilots execute a perfect low-level pass.
And the Loadmasters, executing their training perfectly, send 102 soldiers out the door in less than 60 seconds.
The paratroopers seize the airfield, and just as their training dictates, the C-17 crew immediately returns.
This time with 70 tons of heavy metal. It's a mind-blowing operation that is only possible because of the C-17 and its crew.
So is the C-17 the most capable strategic airlifter in the world?
It can be a paratrooper transport, a heavy armor hauler, a stealthy special ops platform, and a flying hospital, all in the same day. It can land on any continent, in any weather, from the hostile desert to the frozen ice of Antarctica.
Other planes can carry more, or fly faster, but no single aircraft can do what the C-17 does.
It is the ultimate force multiplier. And for the soldier on the ground, in a hostile zone, it is their lifeline. A mind-blowing paratrooper jump from a mind-blowing aircraft into a hostile zone.
What did we miss? What your favorite C-17 mission? Let us know in the comments below.
If you want to see more incredible analysis of military hardware and operations, be sure to subscribe to Tactical Command USA.
And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Coming up next time on Tactical Command USA, we go deep under the ocean.
Thanks for watching. This is Tactical Command USA, signing off.
The video file ends.